What's up, YouTube? This is D with Success in 5 coming back at you with another SPY trading video. And today I actually started off the day not even really wanting to trade because I'm in two other positions, two swing trades that are down substantially right now, and I got stuck in them overnight and they went south on me. So initially I wasn't going to trade, but I did still come in and mark up my zones and everything just in case. And then I just watched. I came in with no bias as well. And then this actually had a trend line on it, but I removed this after it was cracked right here, as you can see. And I just wanted to see where the market was going. And then I noticed, oh, we're coming up to the 400, and I'm just like, no, 400 is such a strong psychological area. I mean, it's not just the 400, it could be the 300, it could be, you know what I mean, like it could be anything. It's just that area, just a strong psychological resistance area that I just didn't want to play any calls, honestly. So I started thinking to myself, well, what's the best course of action to take here? And there was a lot of things that I didn't see, and I'm going to talk about those things because my mind wasn't where it needed to be, right? So let's just go ahead and talk about the trade first. So we did all this, and we're going to talk about this. Then we pulled down, and we pushed back up to the 200, and then we rejected 200, right? So I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a solid play. Now, don't get me wrong. The play I took was based on my rules, based on everything that I have structured, the whole 9 yards, right? So it wasn't a bad trade. It just wasn't the best trade of the day, basically, right? So I took this trade based on this rejection of this area right here. I drew this line up pre-market, and I was saying to myself, this is a strong area of support right here. Let's see what happens when we come here. I felt more relaxed with this trade than anything, you know what I mean, like throughout the day. So as soon as I got into the trade, let's look at the notes real quick. Let's look at my notes. Okay, so I got in the trade around by 10-11. I'm sorry, 10-11. So right about here. So on this candle here, on this green candle here, I got into the trade. We was pushing past the EMAs, and I was like, oh, we're gonna run back up. First thing before I took the trade, I'm like, okay, where's my stops gonna be and where's my out gonna be? And I knew, okay, this line is gonna be my out, and I'm gonna put my stop under here because this candle printed such a long wick. I didn't want to get faked out of anything and put it so close to this price action right here. But as you can see, we never hit the stops, right? So it runs up. I'm in the trade for like 6 minutes, like 6-7 minutes, and it runs up, and I'm out of the trade. That's just clear and easy as it could be. I'm out of the trade. I'm up $72. We took 3 calls, SPY 400s, 725s at 10-11 a.m. We bought them for $1.51 a piece, and we sold them for $1.75. Now, here's an issue. I wanted up here, if I was going to trade, I started looking at the puts. I started looking at both sides, but I was looking at the same day. And I'm thinking, wow, I can load up on puts, or I can load up on calls. I can take at least, 15 contracts and get a good push if we can push over the 400. But I don't trust the 400 area. I never have. I've lost so much money trying to get past those even whole numbers, man, like really. So I was scared of that. That was one thing. The second thing was the positions that I was already in. But as I'm looking at the trades, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what's going on? What's going to give me more confidence to trade, so forth and so forth. And as you can see, I'm drawing out channels. I'm drawing out, oh, this is a possible area of concern right here. And then I'm also drawing this out. And this hasn't formed yet. Yeah, see, this hasn't formed yet, but I drew this right before I took the trade, so you can see, like, I see it push up here, and I'm looking at the spot SPX on the right, you guys. So we push up here, and then we pull back, and I'm just like, okay, all right. So where's my mind at? I jumped in today with zero bias, even though we had this strong push up. SPY has a way of really making you feel like a fool sometimes if you jump in with a bias, right? And you think, okay, we're gonna get a continuation to the upside. Nah, like let's say you would have jumped in right here. Let's say you would have jumped in right here for the break of this line here. Look at that. You would have took a major loss. Like you would have took a major loss. Like no. And then we push up again. It's just not enough. We pull back. And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, where are we going? Like where are we going? Where are we going? So I see this area here, and I'm just like, oh, this feels a lot more safe to me, because even though we got this push down, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. For some reason I wasn't feeling it. I don't know what it was, and honestly I do know what it was. It was because of the other trades that I went in and stuff like that. And you know, that's why I actually jumped in today not even wanting to trade. So once I got my confidence up and, you know, had to talk to myself a couple times, then I saw this and I was like, okay, I could take that trade, and I feel real comfortable with that trade, right? Now, mind you, yes, we made a profit. I do not recommend anybody to trade like this. This is definitely a part of my strategy. It's not the strongest part of my strategy, but it's definitely a part of my strategy. I would not recommend anybody to counter trend trade at any given time unless you know what you're doing, right? Also, what I didn't see, now prior to me doing this video, I made another video, but the audio got screwed up, and I drew this in because I didn't notice this confluence right here. If you look at the RSI, and then look at the price action above. RSI is going down, price action still pushing up, right? What is that? Like, that's a strong. I should have been in this trade here. I should have taken this trade here, at least here. I should have taken this trade here, stops at the high, stops here, and rolled this all the way down. And at this point in time, I would have made a lot more money, because this is where I was starting to think, well, do I stay with do I stick with same day expirations, or do I go with you know, the next open day? And but after 10 o'clock, you know, you guys know I don't like trading same days because of decay, and it's just one of the things I have issues with. I know it don't always work like that, but I've always just tried to stay away from that, like after 10, around about like after 10, yeah, like after 10. So, but yes, and this would have been the better trade. This definitely would have been a better trade. Everything lined up, everything was in sync, and I would have made way more money, but I wasn't mentally there. That was the biggest problem. But I'm still working on that, and I'm sure I know traders who have been trading for, you know, 20 years still working on mental, you know, some mental issues with their trading. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm really working on. Like I said in other videos, I want to be able to get in here and just react like a robot, win, lose, or draw, you know what I mean? So, but this definitely would have been the bigger trade, but I didn't see the confluence. I didn't see the confluence. I mean, not the confluence. Didn't see the divergence on the RSI, and I didn't see the divergence on the MACD. And that right there is divergence as well. I never noticed that until I started making the other video, and I looked down and I'm like, wow, what's going on? This would have been the perfect trade. Like, everything lined up, everything was in sync, and this definitely would have been the better trade. But we got this trade based off of a rejection of this line. So as soon as I opened up the trade, I put my stop below here, and I knew that my exit point was going to be here. Now, at some point in time, I thought, okay, these candles were starting to look like we were going to push past the way they were forming, right? And I'm just like, well, you know, I'm still glad I got out around here, because that's just, you know, that's just what it is, you know. But now, I didn't anticipate this much of a drop today on the SPY. As you can see, this is a trend line I drew a long time ago. I thought possibly we could bounce off of this, but it's just bleeding out. And I think that's because of the Russia news that came out. Let me show you guys. 1101, this one right here. This news story right here. This news story right here. The Central Bank of Russia took economists by surprise on Friday by cutting its key interest rates by 1.5%. So I figured, I don't know. I mean, I thought that would be a good thing, but I guess not. I guess it's the opposite of what we do here. So I don't know. I'm gonna definitely look into it. But yeah, that's also a part of my learning process as well, is breaking down this news and making sure I understand the news as well. I'm not perfect. I'm just, I'm me. So I still got some things that I do have issues with that I need to work on. But as you can see, this area was very strong, like I anticipated. We bounced off it, and then we bounced off it, pushed up, and came back down to retest, and then look, we bounced off it again here before we made our continue drive down. But then once we broke this trend line, it was over. And then we came back up to test the trend line, and we rejected. So now I got to go back in and really reevaluate where SPY is possibly going, and see the overall trend on things. You know what I mean? But today was actually, it wasn't a well thought out day, honestly. I should have kept my my wits about me, and I shouldn't have worried about the other trades that I had on, and I shouldn't have that shouldn't cause any issue with me trading throughout the day. So if that's going to be an issue, I think what I'm probably going to do is stop swing trading until I build up this account to where I'm comfortable. Because as you guys know, we reached a new milestone, so I'm just trying to keep it there, and I'm trying to build it way past those marks, and I don't want to come in and mess up what I've already created. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to mess up the money that I've already made from trading. But yes, this trade was definitely a part of my strategy and my plan. It worked out just as I anticipated it to work out. Yeah, I didn't really have a bias because of this right here. Like, once that trend broke, I thought we was just gonna fall down. I thought we was gonna fall, just continue to fall, and then we bounced right off to 200 and then pushed up, and I'm just like, oh no, we're gonna push to the 400. So I'm like, yeah, calls is out of the picture. By the time we hit this area here, I'm like, calls is out of the picture, because that 400 is gonna get rejected. And look what happened. 418, and it got rejected. Exactly how I anticipated it. So the only thing that messed me up is I didn't see this divergence here, and I would have actually taken this trade if I would have saw that, because this is definitely something that's a part of a strategy that I have as well. But I guess since I haven't been using it, I wasn't looking for it, I guess. You know what I mean? You guys know I'm working on this other strategy and stuff like that. That seems to be a lot more beneficial for me, and also beginners as well, when it comes to trading. And I will talk about that once I iron out all the kinks and everything. I definitely will talk about that, and I will let you guys know what the strategy is. I don't have an issue with that. I'll put it out there. I'll show you guys how to trade it. I'll show you the rules. I'll show you everything. All right. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, and you guys enjoy your weekend, and don't think about the market. Just relax. The market's going to be there. The wins are going to be there. Trust me. Don't concern yourself with the market for this weekend, because that's what I'm going to try to do. Because every weekend I ended up thinking so hard and just destroying my mental capacity with thinking about the market over the weekend. And I hate the weekends. I'd rather it be, trading days every day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we traded this trade with just one trade left in our day trade for the week. So hopefully some things get released next week. Worst case scenario, I'm going to be transferring funds back over to Webull. Speaking of Webull, make sure you guys use the link that's down in my description to get your free stocks. I'll put the information right here, and then you can check the link down in the description and click on that link and get your free stock. Okay, it's 6 free stocks when you open up a Webull account, and I think you only have to deposit like $1. All right. So, but with that being said, man, listen, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on this video, man. Let me know your thoughts, concerns, your trading issues, your trading strategies, whatever it is, man. It's an open forum. Just keep it respectful. You know what I mean? Just keep it real respectful. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And that's it. All right. So I will see you guys next week. Relax this weekend, man, and just chill. All right. I'm D with Success in 5. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.